Charles Johnson, CU legend, definitely 4 downs. And yeah, he was in. And yeah, he's the Orange Bowl MVP back when they won national championships. But we're finding out today none of that matters, CJ. It's all irrelevant.
Hey, Tyler, this guy's always stirring it up, man. I mean, I love it. I love it.
I got to do it 3 hours a day, buddy.
All right, CJ, you're as woven into the CU culture as anybody. I can't think of somebody who isn't just part of CU more than you in the present and the future. What's your take on all this?
Look, listening to Tyler on your guys' show a little bit earlier for me was therapeutic. And I thought his tone, his temperament was spot on. When I initially saw this, I thought it was a joke. Then I went through the gamut of emotions. I was upset at first, talked to a number of guys. Here's where I land. It was clearly a mistake. Clearly a mistake. What I'm not going to do, however, is vilify the two players.
No.
I am not going to ignore what's taken place up in Boulder over the last 2 years as a result of this. I am going to place the blame, I think, squarely where it deserves to be placed. I think Rick George would admittedly take the hit on a mistake that he made. This isn't a football decision. This is a department decision. This is a university decision. Let's leave it at that. I think what too often happens in our society today is in order to and we almost have to have a villain when something goes wrong. Absolutely. A number of my former teammates, I feel like, still have been passed up with this honor. A number of Tyler's teammates perhaps have been passed up with this honor. But here's what I'll also tell you. I've been here for 38 years. I've not had one conversation about a retired jersey with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not been a thing. It's only a thing now because of what just took place. And so, once again, I think there is room for criticism. I think the criticism should go exactly where the responsibility lies, and that's at the foot of Rick George, a guy who I have a great deal of love and respect for. But I think he'd be the first to say, I made a mistake here. And so how do we deal with this moving forward without vilifying or having to have villains in the story as I see it playing out too often?
You know, Charles, hearing you so eloquently and calmly saying this, I just say that was a win, brother, and this song's for you. Come on, Charles, give me the chicken dance. Come on now.
Hey, you know what? I don't know if Scott explained to you guys. We got this chicken dance deal going way back. I think the political landscape, Scott, is far too sensitive right now.
Too sensitive.
Absolutely, man. We don't want to go there.
But honestly, and I'm being serious. You said it right, and I heard Chad Brown say this morning. This is nothing against, number 12 and number 2. There ain't no knock on them two guys. They've been unbelievable, and Prime even what they've done. They brought the respect back to a town that really had no respect over the last decade football wise. Is that fair to say? Mm-hmm. So there is none on them.
Scott, I would even take it a step further. It's not just respect. Think about the transition that college football was going through 3-4 years ago. There's a great chance that we would have been left off of the big kids' table
right,
as it relates to college football had the change not been made as it was made. Deion, in a lot of ways, is one of one in that regard. And
yep.
So we're having this conversation even today from a position of convenience, because 2 years ago, my goodness, for anyone to mention the letters C and U would have been news.
CJ, the world of college athletics, it's different. It's different. And, guys like me, we're going to bleed black and gold till the day we die. I'm not sure that's going to be true about current players of any university. That's not a shot at CU. And that certainly trickles down to the head coach of any program. How important is it for Deion Sanders to even care about the past of the University of Colorado versus only caring about the future?
Well, I think it's important to care about the past, because in many ways it's what kind of got you here. It anchors your, the program in a way, but it's certainly not as important or as impactful as perhaps, those of us who are my age, or God forbid, Scott's age.
Oh, God forbid.
Oh, indeed.
Or God forbid, Logan's age.
Lord.
Right.
Oh, stray for Dave.
So, I mean, it is. I mean, we crossed the threshold probably 6-7 years ago, not even that long ago, where the game has just changed. I mean, if you look at rosters now, I have to go back once spring ball is over and just immerse myself in who the hell is on the team.
Right.
This is all news, and again, if we want, the trade-off is a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, because we tend to over-romanticize, or just romanticizing what the past was, and not really take full account of what we're dealing with today. Listen, we have this young kid as a hotshot quarterback. Listen, I'm enjoying his presence on campus today because I don't know that I get to cheer for him next year. That's the nature of the world we live in college sports, and what Deion and every coach across this country has to do is, as best they can, stabilize rosters so that their product can be, consistent. And those of us who love the program can continue to say with pride that we're Buffs.